Bucket Ready offers premium food plot seed for the best results when attracting wildlife to your property. Knowing what deer prefer, when they prefer it, and putting the best seed together for deer in your special hunting spot is what Bucket Ready Performance Food Plot Seed Mixtures is all about. BucketReady.com. And of course, also brought to you by Tagged and Bagged. They specialize in pre-taxidermy packaging for waterfowl. Their mission is to provide hunters with the highest quality packaging products to ensure preservation of a hunter's prized trophy. Tagged and Bagged products are made with the best materials and are designed to withstand the toughest hunting conditions. TaggedandBagged.net. And now, coming live from the Midwest Rex and Rod studio, it's the Outdoor Show. With your producer, Luke PBR, him ASAP, Ortman. And with your host, he's not heavy, he's my brother, Scott Biskobing. And of course, the guy that has a face for nothing and a voice for even worse, Drew Biskobing.
The voice thing, that should have been for me.
Well,
you actually have the voice for this.
Debatable.
I joke around all the time with Dan. I'm like, dude, I when I host the Beast Report, I'm like, I've got the worst, most nasally Wisconsin accent, just terrible voice ever.
Yes, you do.
Oh, it's
Thanks, Luke.
It's the Beast Report. Oh, geez, guys. Here we go now.
Here we go. Are you guys ready? All righty then. Let's get her going. Yeah, it's not good, but people have become accustomed to it, I guess. So that's something.
Right?
You know.
Let's hang your head on that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So
I hang my head on a lot less.
with that said, thanks everybody for tuning in to another episode of the Midwest Racks and Rods Outdoor Show. It's been a minute here,
It has been a hot minute.
especially for Drew. I think the last episode we did was with Dan. We had Dan in studio here, and it's just been busy. You know, I know we always make excuses in that, but this is a passion project for us. Now we do have an in-studio guest next week. We actually were supposed to have one tonight, but something came up with our guest tonight that he wasn't able to make it. So apologies for that ahead of time here.
Well, you know, I think anytime people
I'm
tune
not
in
going to apologize for him. I'll just apologize to you.
to you,
To you.
because you're stuck with us now.
Right.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're happy that you're here.
Yeah. Those of you that are here, those of you that tune in afterwards.
We got a couple nice, exciting things on the docket coming up.
We do. Like I said, we got a good show coming up next week. We have some other guests lined up here. We're kind of getting into, we're going to be getting back into more of a rhythm here.
Yeah.
And being more consistent. And I apologize. I've been really busy working with Dan on the Beast Report and kind of put Midwest on the back burners a little bit. And I don't like that. Been active, you know, at least on the social media side of things, but we haven't been really doing shows. You've had some things come up. You partially tore your calf muscle like a month or so ago, which seems to be doing better. You were in a boot for a while there, so
It is. It's great. I was starting to think, you know, initially when it first happened, here we go, missing another spring turkey hunt.
right.
And that was really chapping my ass.
I mean, I felt bad for you, but honestly, one of the very first things that came to mind
Right.
was like, dude, what are you doing, man? Turkey season's like a month away here. What's going
It's his
on?
favorite season. But the good news is I mean, honestly, I've been taking some experimental drugs.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
off-
Western medicine doesn't always have it right.
Finding some stuff on the gray market, if it were.
Yeah, the gray
If
market.
it was, or as it were.
So it's you know, you can take this information for what it's worth, but BPC 157 It's a amino acid peptide,
Yeah.
and I swear by it. If you're not on it, do your research. It is a miracle. And like initially, they were thinking 6 weeks minimum with the boot. And
They said 6 weeks to 6 months.
6 months. And
Like that. What kind of time frame is that? That's
This show is not brought to you by BP in any way.
like BP, the filling station.
You pick.
so yeah, it's doing great. I would actually say it hurts less than my other calf because I spent so much time compensating for it. Now that one's all sore.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's what ends up happening.
Right. But no, doing good, and which means, barring something catastrophic between now
And tomorrow.
and tomorrow, which,
Hey. Anything's possible,
it really is.
unfortunately.
We got turkey hunting, baby.
Luke, before we get too deep into it, I just want to make mention here of hunt stock.
Oh, I'm telling you what. If you don't get excited about hunt stock legitimately, and I mean we're really on the precipice of something pretty exciting here, right in Wisconsin, Dodge County Fairgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, folks, if you haven't looked at this lineup and see some of the seminars that they're going to have, the amount of vendors that are going to be there, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a blast.
Absolutely. So last year, Luke, if you want to go to the next picture there. So my first experience with hunt stock was last year in Massachusetts, Hunt Stock Northeast. And I got to do some seminars with Dan Infault there. And the two guys in the blue hunt stock shirts, that's Pat and Pat, and they are the founders and the guys that run the show. Two amazing individuals that really put together an awesome show. It's something like you don't experience at other trade shows or expos and that, because they really try to create this deer camp type atmosphere.
Right. There's a buzz about it.
Yeah. It's not a show that you're going to come and you're going to just spend 3 hours at.
No, absolutely.
Certainly you can if that's all the time you have and you can only come and spend a half a day or something like that, but you're not going to really get the full scope and the full experience of everything that Hunt Stock has to offer. Just rattle off some of those names that you see there, Luke.
Yes, we got John Lewis, of course, Barry Wenzel, Greg, Zach, Warb.
All the guys from THP.
Might be a typo. Dan Infall, friend of the show. Lanny Benoit, who was on Yellowstone.
Lanny Benoit.
Dan Wagner, Derek Dixon, Billy Malls, Bernie, don't call me Bernie Behringer, so B squared.
The Bear Professor.
Right, the BP, also not brought to you by the show. And Ranch Ferry.
It's going to be great.
It is. And I mean, there's more names coming. This is an amazing show because there's seminars going on all at the same time. So it's not one of those things where you come, right?
Right.
And you get to see all these people in one day. You're not going to be able to see everybody's seminars. That's why they really kind of design it to be a 3-day thing. Do the 3-day pass, come for 3 days, camp, stay in the area,
See, that's
spend the
beauty.
weekend.
You can camp at this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Although campsites are filling up quickly if you want to stay right at the Dodge County Fairgrounds. Now, there's plenty of there's Ledge Park,
right.
which is just on the other side of Horicon, which is maybe 20 minutes away from the fairgrounds. There's other campgrounds in that area.
There's my basement.
There's hotels in Beaver Dam, quite a few of them actually. But look, this is something that you're going to want to spend 3 days at, because Dan and I might be doing a seminar at this time while Barry Wenzel's doing a seminar over here.
Right.
And then the next day, Dan and I are doing a seminar, and at the same time, Rick Labby's doing one, or Ranch Ferry, or Derek Dixon. So, and then on top of it, there's going to be a number of podcasters there as well.
Right.
So there's going to be this thing, I guess they're thinking about doing like maybe a podcasters row, right?
Right.
Where
Similar
a bunch of
to
us are going to be all
Rest Row.
together. So Midwest Racks and Rods Outdoors, we will also be there doing a podcast. or doing podcasting throughout the weekend as well with, we're going to be talking to people going, just attendees.
Right.
And getting their feedback. We're going to be talking with all of the seminar speakers, the guys from THP and everybody else.
Be able to tune in right to Midwest Racks and Rods for the exclusive on all of these folks that are.
Yeah, we're going to be like multi-streaming it to Huntstock's page and ours.
It's exciting.
It'll be a lot of fun. I got to go out the Monday after Open Season Sportsman's Expo, which I spent the weekend with the guys from Huntstock, and Dan Infault and I did, as well as Uncle Lou from Stealth Outdoors. We had a great time. We got an Airbnb in Baraboo, Wisconsin. Literally a 12-minute drive from the parking lot of the Kalahari. It was it was nice. It was awesome. We ate great. Eric Cooper, who's involved with Huntstock, was like our master chef there that weekend. And we're cooking up these amazing marinated ribeyes, which normally I'm not like, well, there's no need to marinate a ribeye,
Until you had one.
And then we ate these. I was like, holy cow. And then he's making these crazy potatoes. And then the next night we were eating kangaroo.
Yep.
Shipped over from Australia.
The pouch is delicious, according to
Uncle Lou. Yeah.
Oh, is that the pouch?
Right. Actually, we had to take two takes on that because I'm like, God damn it, Lou.
You can't be just throwing that out there.
But no, yeah, we were eating kangaroo backstrap. In case you're wondering what it tastes like, it tastes like venison.
Yeah, I heard it's not very gamey.
No, I mean it's very much just like eating a deer backstrap.
Yeah, which I don't know about you guys, doesn't get much better than that.
Exactly. But anyway, so yeah, we were out there for that. So on that Monday afterwards, I went out to the Dodge County Fairgrounds with Pat and Pat, as well as the Visitors Bureau of Dodge County or Beaver Dam, the Chamber of Commerce, a representative from the Chamber of Commerce, did a walkthrough on that, kind of looked over everything, and you can just see the wheels turning. I mean, everything was already set, but this was the first time that Pat and Pat got boots on the ground of the location and
the flow of
right
everything.
Instead of looking at maps and things and being like, the wheels are turning. Like, this is how we're going to do this, and it was great, and I think it's going to be a fantastic experience. The whole Midwest crew. In fact, I don't know if I told you this or not, but I spoke with our old friend Chris Damali from the team.
I seem to remember that name. He was like the co-founder of Midwest Racks and Rods or something.
He was,
like
yes, he was one of the. Yes, he
I
was
thought
one
he
of the
was
founders.
dead, like a myth.
He's just living up in the Northwoods as a hobbit. But Mr. Damali, I spoke with him, I think a week ago, and he's going to come as well.
That's awesome.
And he's going to be helping out in the booth. So some of you old hats, or some of you OGs maybe.
OGs, I like
of
that
Midwest. My old co-host Chris Damali is going to be there, so we're really excited about that. Mike Thalen, our producer Luke, you obviously. We're hoping that Steve and Jesse can make it as well and spend some time. I'm hoping Sarah, my wife, and my kid get to come and spend a little bit of time as well. Because I'm going to be kind of bopping all over the place. Right. I'm going to be between our booth and then the Hunting Beast as well, and doing those seminars with Dan. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely looking forward to it. Hope to see many of you there. If you guys want more information, go to huntstockevents.com, and that's where you can buy your tickets. And again, if you can, there's a 1-day pass, 2-day pass, there's a 3-day pass, and then there's also the Hunting Public VIP party, which gets you all, I believe, all 3 days, as well as the Thursday night VIP party, which we're going to be doing a little something there. We're going to keep that under wraps for right now, but we're going to be involved with that as well, and that's going to be a lot of fun. So keep that in mind, guys. What else we got going on? Well, it's turkey season.
It is turkey season.
Here in Wisconsin, it just started yesterday. Yesterday was the opener. and been seeing a lot of birds hit the ground already. A lot of people posting, which is fantastic. Albeit with this crazy weather we've been having
my
here.
gosh.
If you live in the Wisconsin area or probably in the upper Midwest, whether you're in Iowa or Illinois, you've been probably feeling a lot of the same effects that we have here.
Yeah, it's been awful.
Nonstop rain. Today was finally a little bit of a bereavement,
Right?
but I mean, we're right here outside the Milwaukee River. The dam is literally just outside the door, and
the
that water
level is
is high and flowing over that dam like I haven't seen in a minute,
Right.
for sure. And then we got more on the way.
I think so far in the month of April we're
Way ahead.
about 8 to 9 inches of rain, and on average we get about 4, and we're halfway through
At this
the month.
point.
At this point,
Right. April showers bring May flowers. I mean, you expect to get a good amount of rain, but
Right. They also bring mushrooms in your basement, so check your basements, folks.
yeah.
It's gnarly. I got a shooting range in my basement, and I know it sounds cool. It's not. The thing is nothing but a pain in my ass. Where I literally had a stream flowing from the gun range to my floor drain, and everything in between is wet. And it's just,
Yeah.
you know, you get down there and you step foot on the carpet, and you're just, God, what's going on?
Yeah. You haven't gotten a lot of sleep this week.
No, I am borderline delirious. But that's good for you guys, because I'm bound to make some mistakes here tonight.
Well, nothing new there, but
No, nothing whatsoever.
Luke, you got anything for us?
No.
That's good.
All right.
Good stuff, Luke. Appreciate you chiming in there. And now I'm getting the stink eye from our producer.
Yeah, we can't hear whatever.
Yeah, my
you're
mic
doing
is
there.
off now. That's weird.
No, you're back on.
Okay.
But yeah, so your season for spring turkey is right now, and we're headed up tomorrow.
Yeah. So checking out the weather report for tomorrow. Yeah, my brother was gonna go up early tomorrow to get the blind set up, and he's got a good idea of where we're gonna be hunting and whatnot. But
I do.
you didn't have to clue into anything. They think you're amazing. Just go with it. But no, and we have like this swath of storms that's coming through from basically the border, the Wisconsin-Illinois border, all the way up into the UP. A lot of heavy rain. A lot of they're already predicting, tornadoes and this, that, and the other. And it's like, well, what do we do? So I think we might have to punt, as it were, and maybe just do some spot and stalk or scoot and shoot, and waiting for the weather to turn where we can maybe put up a blind. But that's about the only solution that I can come up with. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the thing is it's going to take a lot more than what this weather's bringing to keep us out of the woods for turkey hunting.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going up. It's not my first season is next week, and then Mike and I will be headed up. And then I got another season, would be season D, and I'm taking my son up for
Which
the
I'm
first
excited
time.
for.
So
That'll be cool.
yeah, we'll see how that ends up going. But I'm actually pulling him out of school during the week to do this because he's got soccer on the weekends.
Oh, okay. So I know initially when you first talked about it, like, he's, so my nephew loves soccer, of course,
He's a fanatic.
which is a good thing. He's outdoors.
Yeah, sports is good.
He's putting down the tablet, he's getting outside,
Right.
and as it were, he's really good at it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even think he realizes sometimes how good he is. So it's cool. I'm glad that you're doing that because it gets him out of school. That's a bunch of bullshit. School. You really don't need that.
You're not going to skip his school up extracts, right?
But no, I mean, I guess that's one of those things when you think back to like deer camp, right?
Yeah.
Of being able to get out a get out of school a
A
day.
day or two, yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting as a kid.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And that
So,
kind of helps build that love for the sport of hunting.
right. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't yet, knock on wood. He hasn't missed any school this year with being sick or anything like
is
that.
crazy.
So, I don't feel bad about it. He's in second grade. Like, it'll be fine.
Gonna be fine.
And quite honestly, I mean, what I've seen so far, I mean, I pulled him out of school for the eclipse
Yeah.
a couple of years ago on that, and his teacher thought, oh, that's great. You know, I think that's a great thing.
He's gonna learn more in that time with
Right.
you than let's talk about anything else. we may have hit a sore topic for Drew.
So yeah, I'm excited about the season for sure. But with that said, my optimism at an all-time low
Yeah.
this year. Because of the weather situation we have coming up this weekend or whatever. I mean, I think, we get through Friday and, tomorrow we'll be fine for the rest of the weekend. But I've got cameras out from when Mike and I went up shed hunting, and I have not gotten a turkey. This is like the first year
Right.
ever. I think I got one picture of one lone turkey, and it might have just been a hen too, if I'm not mistaken. And that was like a day or two after I moved some cameras around.
Right.
Areas that I'm used to seeing birds, I'm not seeing them. And that's, it's perplexing if nothing else,
Right.
because
They've been there.
it's so consistent, and I'm sure they're still there.
Right.
They're still around. They're just roosting in different spots, or it's going to take a little more effort. And quite honestly, that might work to our benefit.
Exactly.
That with this weather tomorrow, that we have to be on the move a little bit more.
Right.
Which was obviously a concern for me with your calf,
Not anymore.
but it was initially.
Right.
Because I'm like,
Even just getting out to the blind, we were thinking of how we could do it,
right. I would rather be out scooting, shooting, and
Yeah.
trying to chase the birds instead of getting the birds to come to you.
So it's just luck.
So yeah, we'll see how it goes. It's just we're gonna have to
Get creative.
get creative and move around a bit. So
If it was easy, everyone would do it.
Right.
It's the heart that makes it good.
yeah.
Tom Hanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to.
I was gonna say, if anybody's watching or whatever, I'm curious to know what your seasons are and what your optimism is for.
Yeah, what are you guys seeing out there
for this
Please
season?
Chime in. Let us know.
Paul Bland has seen basement mushrooms.
The best kinds.
I think he's got turkeys out by him.
Maybe we'll just go by Paul. And,
Well, we'll have to get a tag for.
oh, right. I was not suggesting that we would do anything illegal.
Midwest Rex rising up, condone any illegal hunting.
Thanks for the disclaimer. What is it about turkey hunting for you that gets you most fired up?
Right. And that's a great question. Going into my first season, that was what, 6 years ago, something like that.
No, it was a lot longer than that, buddy.
Man, everything feels like 5, 6 years
it was
ago.
yeah, I know everything.
When you're like, oh, back in high school, yeah, like 5, 6 years ago.
Oh my God, I say it so often. I'm like, yeah, it was a little while ago, like 5 or 6 years. I say that to everything. 5 or 6 years
2
ago.
decades.
No, but I think you got into it about 10 years ago.
And I still remember vividly, obviously not the timeline, of the first communication back and forth, and like literally feeling that gobble in my chest.
Yeah, when
Right.
they're close, right?
Was just, I mean, every hair on my body was on end, and I was like, holy God, I had no idea that they were that loud. And then
When you can get them in that close, right? Yeah.
fast forward to a few years ago, and that one that was drumming literally right outside of our blind that we just couldn't get a shot on the thing.
Yeah, because it was right behind and it was
Didn't
so
matter.
close.
It didn't matter because it was like, dude, there's a big Tom and he's drumming like right here. It was exhilarating.
Yeah. I mean, literally, like if the blind wasn't there, we could have reached out and grabbed him.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Wrung his neck right there.
Yeah.
But the, quite honestly, deer hunting for me, I don't bow hunt. I've thought about it extensively on several occasions about getting into bow hunting. My shoulders aren't very good. Now I know you guys are, well, get a crossbow. Yeah, they're not cheap. It's an investment. Mm-hmm. It's a major investment to make, and you gotta decide, is this something that I either
what you're gonna do on
or have regular time for?
Yeah.
Me and my wife we're fairly active. We do a lot of stuff. We like to go hiking, and that eats up a lot of that time as well, because best time to hike is in the fall. Where the hell was I going with this? With the three and the drumming, and he was loud. Turkeys.
Yeah.
I think it just adds another layer. Right, deer hunting. Okay, so deer hunting. Is it hot in here? It is like 10,000.
It is a little bit warm in here tonight. That's why I was running the air for a little bit.
Glasses are fogging up. Deer hunting has not been a strength of mine. It really hasn't. I mean, I've gotten plenty of deer, which I'm always super grateful for. But it's not like I am a great deer hunter by any means.
When you're relegated to just being a firearm deer hunter,
a lot of times it's just one weekend.
That's a different ball game altogether.
Yeah.
What you got there, Luke?
Steve 077 is optimistic for season B zone 1. He has a question. All of the bottoms are flooded, so he is questioning whether they're still roosting there. Do you guys have any thoughts on that?
I guess it depends on how flooded it is in those roost locations. I mean, because they fly up to them, right? So, I wouldn't be overly concerned about the flooding, but they're not going to go and take off from the water, and they're not going to land in the water.
Right. No.
They're going to want to be where they're comfortable. But it's also another level of security for them too. So, I don't know. I can't say for sure, but I would venture to say that you might want to look at some other areas, and because they very likely. I mean, again, it's there's a lot of variables there. How much water is there?
Right, and a lot of that you're just gonna kind of gonna have to figure out on the fly.
Right.
Which is another aspect to turkey hunting that I enjoy, because
it's not, and not everything is predictable.
It's not predictable. You have
it can be.
It can be if you're doing things right. It can be,
or you get lucky,
which is me, which is where the luck comes into it. No, but I think what is nice about it is that you have the ability to be more on the move without disrupting the forest in general, right? Wherever you're hunting.
Right. You don't feel like moving from moving a stand or something, like in terms of deer hunting, where you feel like you're encroaching, like, all right, I'm setting up by a bedding area. Well, now I want to move to this tree. Like, that's probably not a good idea. You should have made that decision beforehand.
Weeks ago.
Or even that day, the day of, right? Say, I know this is a known bedding area, and I want to get my setup in here. And then you get set up in a tree, and you're like, oh, shoot, this isn't the right tree.
Right.
It's not that easy to go ahead and flip that around.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Bob Zarda's got some advice, Drew. Our friend Bob Zarda says, as a professional wrench for 30 years, I don't know what that means, some sort of beer serving person.
He's a mechanic.
I thought it was a female beer server.
No, that's a wench.
Wench.
Yeah, no R.
Soft R.
He doesn't have good shoulders.
Yeah.
He says, bite the bullet and get a crossbow. It's a great stress reliever from the rat race.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
It's a very good point. But But I guess to get back to the point of what I was making with deer hunting versus turkey is a lot of my deer hunting experience has been strictly luck. There's been no skill of my own involved. When the time comes, obviously you have to make a skilled shot. You have to do everything right in that regard. But in terms of like, is this a good stand? Am I in a good spot?
Well, I mean,
You
but
play the wind, you do things, but
I play a part in where
yeah, right,
where
exactly.
you go.
And just like you're going to play a part in the turkey hunt this
Yeah.
weekend, which is one of the things that I think a lot of people don't realize they can have that kind of impact on somebody else. Because if I can tell you
The
right now,
mentor mentee.
yeah, because I can tell you right now, like if you weren't into deer hunting or turkey hunting, I don't know if I would have ever got into it. But having an older brother that's well versed like you are, that can show me things and explain things in a way that it makes sense to me, that's what makes me want to hunt. If you give this up, I'd be like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing out there.
Yeah, but I mean, but you do because you've learned. It's not like you just go in and be like, okay, this is what I'm doing because my big brother Scott says so. Like you've taken it, like you ask the questions, like, well, why do you think, why should I hunt in this area or why should I hunt in that area? Why should I approach from this direction versus this? Like, this is the easy route, but why are you telling me to take the long way around? You ask those questions at least, instead of going, okay, I'm just gonna, put my sorrel boots on and I'm gonna
Point and shoot.
be a clod hopper. And
I know all of those things to a degree, right? But the point is like if you have this wealth of knowledge when it comes to hunting, share it with somebody.
oh yeah,
Try to get somebody else interested in it because we need more hunters out there. We do. So I can tell you as somebody that has been mentored through a good part of my, young adolescent life and well into adulthood, I find it extremely valuable and I don't take it for granted. And I think I try to share that with my brother as much as possible. Like, I really appreciate everything that you do. Every success that I have is through him. And that is really invaluable. And you talk about how it helps build relationships, right? Yeah, I mean, I feel like the times when we're our closest is when we are out hunting.
yeah, or fishing, yeah,
Or fishing or whatever it is. There's just something that you can't really
articulate.
and quantify what it means to have somebody that's willing to show you the ropes and be patient, because if you don't have the patience for someone possibly ruining a hunt or two for you,
Yeah.
which
I think every
obviously
father, and mother that's a hunter that's taking. I mean, and mothers included.
Oh yeah,
That take their children out. I guarantee I messed up some of Dad's hunts early on,
I can.
but I don't think he cared one way or the other.
Maybe in the moment, right? Because I think
Oh, yeah.
anybody would in the moment. You're just like, but you understand.
Clicking
all
your
the
boots together, sniffling like crazy.
having to go back to camp to take a crap, whatever. And Luke, you got something.
I don't, but Scott's got a secret admirer, Raymond Markinak. Scott is a wonderful, full of knowledge, just like Dan. Those two guys are the best, in my opinion.
Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I'm not. I am no Dan Infalt by any means, nor will I ever proclaim to be. I'm very fortunate to be able to work with a living legend like Dan Infalt, for sure. There's no question about it. And the amount of things I've learned from Dan over the years,
Yeah.
even prior to working for him, has only been exemplified and magnified, and by spending the amount of episodes hosting his show with him, like, and then the magnitude of guests that we've had on, it's been amazing.
I would, honestly, just to touch on that, I would say that's probably my favorite thing about Midwest Racks and Rods is the ability that we've been gifted to meet a lot of amazing individuals in the industry, and some on the fringes, right? We've had some amazing people sitting in these chairs.
Right. Or on the screen, whatever. Yeah, right. Exactly. I mean, and quite honestly, in many cases, undeserving on our end. You know what I mean? Like undeserving, but very gracious guests. Yeah. Whether it be some, professional fishermen to legendary hunters and people that are, been doing
innovators.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Innovators. That's a good one for sure.
When you think about some of the gadgetry, right, that has been here, but that we've seen in action and works.
Yeah, stuff that that we've used them too.
This isn't a shameless plug by any means, but Buckstick. Buckstick is, I've seen it. It's stellar, and it really does work as a great communication device for those deer.
It absolutely is. I mean, and I know there will be a number of people that kind of maybe, think it's, pixie dust or whatever, and it might not be necessarily the right tool for if you're really going after that older mature buck or whatever. Right. But if you are literally trying to get deer to stay in your property, yeah, it's a great tool. You want to see deer, and some good deer. I mean, there's proof in the pudding out there for sure. But I mean, I definitely, I'm always open to a lot of different ideas.
Right.
And that, I mean, there's not just one right way to hunt a deer. I don't think there's one right way to hunt a turkey. There's not one way to catch a walleye. There's not one way to, one right way in anything. Exactly. Right. There's a lot of different things. So I'm always open to that. And that's kind of what we've done here with Midwest over the years is just we give an opportunity to people to,
stealth strips.
Oh, stealth strips. Stealth strips sell themselves.
So think about it, right? Like
although everybody's selling them.
Well, here's a product that was designed to help enhance a stand, right? To help conceal you better.
Which it actually came. It was all right. It's Lou's brainchild, right? But the idea came from Dan. Right. Dan reached out to Lou and said, "Hey,
here's what I'm thinking.
My stand squeaked. I don't remember exactly what part it was. Lou will see this at some point and put it in the comments. But because he's talked about this so many times, and forgive me, Lou, for not remembering the exact story, but we've had Lou on. His very first podcast he ever did was with us at Deer Fest.
Exactly.
Back in like 2019 or something like that.
That was a while ago.
Excuse me, 2019 or 2020. I think it was 2019. Whatever.
No more questions.
And 5 or 6 years ago. But we've had him on multiple times since then, and Lou's a great guy. And he's created this thing that, like, it's funny. Literally, I was watching this clip with Warb from the Hunting Public, Aaron Warburton, talking about his the setup that he has on his backpack for his rangefinder. Instead of being in a pocket or around your neck or something like that, he glued a big heavy-duty washer onto the side of his rangefinder and then put a magnet attached to the strap of his backpack, right?
Genius.
And so you can just clip it and pull it off, right? Yep. But you can't go metal on metal. That's going to make a sound.
Right.
Especially when you clip it back up, it's going to click. Mm-hmm. Can't have that.
No.
And he said, and literally in the video, and they use his stuff. They're like, he's like, you could use moleskin or you could put stealth strips on here. And I'm like, See, right there, another time stealth strips is being brought up.
Exactly.
And when we talk about stealth outdoors, that's what we're talking about is these stealth strips. And Lou kind of plays it off sometimes, where he's just like, it's
just
camouflage tape, which it's not by any means.
No.
Nope. It's silent. I mean, it's silencing tape. You can get this in rolls. You can get it in strips. It's set up for measurement. I mean, yeah, we got a whole slew of them over there. In fact, we should do a giveaway for some of those really soon.
I like that.
Maybe for next week's episode, maybe we'll set something up here and do a giveaway and set you guys up with some stealth strips. It's just, it's a fantastic product. And everybody's, Bow Hunter Die, these guys right here, they're promoting it. They're using it. Dan's using it. All the tree stand companies, there is just, everybody's using this. It's amazing. It's an amazing product. And who would have thought, right?
No.
This idea that Dan said, like, hey, Lou, I got to come up with a way to quiet my stand. Again, I don't remember what it was that squeaked, but it bothered him. And Lou went to work and created this awesome business out of it.
And I'm telling you, folks, so Lou's going to be at Huntstock.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yep.
I can't imagine him not being there.
Oh, yeah, he'll be there.
When you get to Huntstock, seek the guy out. He's
a riot to talk
He
to.
is a riot. But
we have so much fun together. I mean, the stories I could tell just...
Uncle Lou is great.
And Lou tells them even better than I do, so...
Oh, God, yeah. He's just, but those are the kind of things that you can expect from Huntstock. This isn't a shameless plug. We're not getting anything out of it.
No.
Other than a great experience.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. We want everybody to experience this, for sure.
When you think about, like, Deer Fest back in the day, and we're really shifting gears. We're all over.
I know we are. We're bebopping and scatting all over the place.
Sorry,
right.
not sorry.
Sorry,
you're the one that tuned in.
Yeah.
This is what you get. I think it's just kind of cool that those are just some of the experiences that can.
Well, you're
happen
saying Deer Fest back in the day,
right? Yeah,
at its peak.
At its peak, Huntstock blows it out of the water.
Yeah. And Deer Fest back in its peak was pretty fun.
Fantastic. It was.
But
great.
again, it was a 1 day thing. I mean, it was a 3-day event. But outside of coming 1 day, other than if there was a quote unquote celebrity hunter, somebody doing a big seminar or something like that, you could pretty much knock it out in a day.
Yeah, right.
Whereas this is something you're going to want to
get that VIP pass.
Yeah, or the 3-day pass or the 2-day pass. You're going to want to be there for a couple days. One of the things I actually didn't mention earlier is it doesn't just end at, say 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. There's no hard stop right there with that. After the show is done, then there's the live music afterwards.
Yeah, you heard that right. Live music.
Live music. It's like the bar. They'll have bars and bar vendors there. Live music. Talking about maybe having some campfires, that kind of thing. It's like this whole
festival vibe.
Festival / deer camp. Like if you could turn deer camp into a festival with hundreds or thousands of your friends or like-minded folks, that's what it is.
This is it.
That's
probably the best way to describe. That is the best. That should be on the damn poster.
Coachella for hunters.
Coachella.
Well,
for
I mean,
hunters.
we think about it. So the idea of Huntstock, right? So
Not
this
Burning
came
Man.
out from out of the Northeast. The idea was kind of playing off of Woodstock, right?
Cockies and cockies mean the same thing.
Yeah.
But if you lose one and not the other, maybe you don't have any pants on.
Right. But the idea kind of was like a Woodstock type idea.
Hence the name.
Huntstock.
Yes.
And where it is in Massachusetts is on a big farm, much like Woodstock, right?
Right.
Well, here in Wisconsin, it doesn't get, well, I mean, it does get more rural than Dodge County, but it does. But these fairgrounds, as opposed to, let's say they did it here at Washington County Fairgrounds,
Right.
where you have these big expo buildings, and
Yeah, it wouldn't have the same.
it would not have the same vibe where it's, or charm. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. The charm factor will be there for sure.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm really.
I know. I get
excited
giddy
about it.
thinking about it. Every time there's a new post. So the Beaver Dam Fleet Farm or whatever has the big poster
Yeah.
up there.
I saw that.
And that was
West
the one that we
Bend
had.
Fleet Farm needs one.
I know. It's what I keep saying. In fact, we gotta talk to Westman Fleet Farm. What you got, Luke?
We're going to chime in from Chris Domley.
Chris Damel.
He has returned from the dead, and he said, I will be there.
Chris Damali. Yes, you were.
Chris
Chris, I don't know if you
Damali
just tuned in, but yeah, we had mentioned that you will be there that weekend, and we're super excited to spend the weekend with you. It's been far too long.
You know what? I'll believe it when I see it. When I can
That's a
shake,
challenge.
When
That's
I can
not a
shake
challenge.
Chris's hand at Huntstock.
How about a hug?
Yeah, I want a hug from I want his big bear paws on me. Let's go.
Yeah, you know that's coming.
It's gonna be great to see Chris.
Absolutely.
And all of you guys there.
Yeah.
And I hope that when you come, be sure to seek us out, right? And let's talk. I mean, I'm just tired of just being on that side of the screen,
Right.
and we're on this side. All 5 of you.
Yeah. All right. We're going to take a quick break here. But stick with us, guys. We'll be back momentarily. We have more things to talk about. There's actually another subject related to turkey hunting, and something I think is
Prevalent this time of year.
Yeah, for this time of year for sure. So stick with us. We'll be right back.
2 and 2.
What is an eponym? A person after whom a discovery, invention, or place is named or thought to be named. There are very few eponyms in the hunting industry. A product so popular and so functional, it becomes the act of the product. So how does something become an eponym? It's the best, hands down.
We get it.
I'll be right back.
We're back. Drew will be right back. Yeah, welcome back, everybody. That's the nice thing about this is we are organic and we just fly by the seat of our pants here. But
Was the seat of my pants down?
I don't know what you were doing during the break that you forgot to pour yourself one.
I was looking at hunt stock.
Where you know?
No, I was checking out some sports scores.
Porn.
Well, that was very abrupt.
That's what it was like. He was looking at. Boobies.
But anyways, yeah, welcome back, everybody. And thanks for sticking with us, those of you that have. So we've been talking about spring turkey hunting here a little bit. I'm looking forward to it, as always.
Heck yeah.
What is the big draw for some for that you think? Do you think? All right, I'm fumbling over my words here.
That'll happen.
Do you think that because there's some people that are just ate up by turkey hunting, right? I look at turkey hunting. I get excited about it. I get really pumped up about turkey hunting this time of year.
Sure.
When turkey hunting's done, it's like,
Oh yeah.
I'm already back into full mode thinking about deer hunting, thinking about fall
Yep.
and that.
All the work you have to do.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think that's about? Do you think that there's just a number of people that are just super obsessed with, because there's people going for grand slams.
Right.
They're traveling to other states. They're just absolutely ate up with turkey hunting. I have some interest in traveling to other states to do some turkey hunting. We've talked with Mike Mason and that, going out west,
That I
Washington
wanna
and
do.
that, going after
I
Merriman's.
really want to do that.
Yeah.
Especially with what Mike's building out there. I think it's awesome. And Mike in general is just a great guy.
Go ahead.
But I think what a lot of it does is it scratches an itch that has been dormant for the past, 3-4 months, whatever the case may be, right? For a good portion of us. Now, there are some that maybe they're small game hunting or they're doing, eradicating coyotes.
Right. Or scouting, right?
Or just scouting.
And scouting's great. And obviously that's the time of year that you should be really doing it, is that early spring, looking for those buck beds and
The pressure is going to be down a little bit.
right, exactly. But it doesn't scratch that itch. It doesn't put that weapon in your hand.
No.
Whether it be a bow, crossbow, shotgun, rifle, obviously not rifle for turkey or whatever, but you don't have that weapon in hand. You're not actively pursuing something. And I think that is what it is for me.
Yeah.
I enjoy the chase. I enjoy, like you had talked about, like with the calling.
Oh.
And how you get that response from a bird, which you don't. It's very different. Calling, and Dan and I just had Rick Labby on a couple weeks ago. He's got his own buck grunt out there, and this is a phenomenal buck grunt. I've used a lot of different grunts over the years, a lot, and there's a couple that I always kind of fall back to that I really like. I'm like, oh, this is supposed to be the latest and greatest, and I try it out, and I'm like, yeah, something about the way this one sounds, right? Mm-hmm. I'm not going to name names because it's not really important. But then Rick sent me his last year, and I'm like, this thing is amazing.
Yeah.
It's from Nor'easter Game Calls, and it's the Rick Labby signature series, and this thing sounds Probably
True
the
to
most,
form.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's got a brass slider in that for this reed.
How
And
many
then he's even
plastic
showed
pieces
ways.
of junk have you gone through?
Right, exactly. That like freeze up on you in super cold weather. They sound all wonky. All of a sudden you blow and you're like, oh my God, what was that?
Right.
Like,
Sound like a gaggle of geese getting murdered.
yeah, right. Like, well, that probably was more detrimental than beneficial for sure. It's really nice, and there's different ways to manipulate the reed. If you guys want to see more, check out that last episode that we did with Rick Labby a couple weeks ago. I think it was all grunting with Rick and Dan or whatever. But it's a fantastic call. But again, you don't get that response, right? So you some guys will blind grunt call or blind rattle in hopes that you're drawing something in. I don't particularly like doing that per se. If I see a buck off in the distance where he's way out of range and seems to be going away, yeah, then I'm going to call to him to try to reverse, get him to stop or reverse his direction in that, come back around. There's just so many different things that you have to be careful about when you're using a grunt call or rattling.
And not to mention,
Because a mature buck typically is going to circle downwind of
right.
you.
Yep.
He's gonna do a big circle, and then he's probably gonna catch your wind, and he's gonna blow it anyways.
And you're going to blow that spot.
Right. So you have to be really careful. Turkey calling, you also have to be careful. And I think there's far too many people, and I know when I got into turkey hunting many years ago, that I made this mistake. And I probably still do to some extent, over calling, right?
It can be a hot topic. I personally don't think that you've overcalled. Especially knowing that you use a lot more caution and reservation versus what I would. Yeah, if I could call worth a damn, I'd be out there just
Yelping away.
yeah, just yelping and what have you, purring, whatever. So what's great about it though is, and I think the biggest differentiator for me is you get a verbal response back.
Right.
And that is chilling. Like,
But herein lies the problem, though, is when that time goes quiet.
right.
There's this fear in a lot of turkey hunters that bird's not coming anymore. Like he stopped. Less is more when it comes to calling.
Yeah.
When that bird goes silent, that is the time that you should be silent because he's probably coming. They're not trucking through,
Oh, right.
through that forest bottom there, gobbling as they're booking it through.
He's cautiously making his way, calling from time to time, but he's going to take more often than not, he wants that hen to come to him.
Right.
He's not coming to go get that hen.
Right.
So there really is a fine line and a fine balance that you have to be careful with. You start overcalling, that Tom is going to think this is not worth my effort. She's
Right.
not moving.
Now, last year was crazy. One of the things I'll do is if there is another hen that is calling, I'll try to match cadence
Right.
with her, right? So whatever she's doing, I will mimic. And last year, when Mike and I were up, it was for his season, and I was filming for him, and I was doing the calling. We had this, just an obnoxious hen. She was just, and I felt like it was to an extent where I was mimicking her, and then she was mimicking me.
So it was
And
just
it was
perpetual emotion.
it was crazy. It's like we're fighting, and and in your mind, right? And it's probably not the case. You imagine your mind. There's a hen over here, and there's us over here, and there's a Tom. Like it's a triangle, right? And that Tom is like,
right. We need to be more attractive than that.
he's looking at us. He's looking our direction. He's looking at her direction. Back and
Right.
forth. And in some cases, like now, let's say you're on public land, right? And you're doing that. What are the chances it's another hunter?
I would say the chances are pretty high.
Right. I mean, if we weren't on private land with that happening, I would have been like, I don't think I would have done that. Because I would have been like, that's
John.
another hunter. And we're doing this stupid back and forth. Can you imagine?
Both on the edge of our seats.
Like, oh yeah.
Here we go.
You know, the gobble's getting closer. No, it's further away.
Right, because your mind is going to play tricks on you.
Oh my God.
In terms of, that's a fascinating thing.
Is where you think that when you hear that far off gobble.
Yeah.
And you're like,
What was over here?
There'll be two of us out there, right? And be like, it came from over there.
Oh, it didn't.
And then you're like, no.
It was behind us.
Mike would be like, no, I think it came over here. I'm like, no, it sounded like over here. Like, and when you get to be pushing 50 years old,
Right.
yeah, you have to second guess your hearing.
Man, you just said that and my hips started to hurt. Damn it.
Like, no, did that come from behind us? No, it definitely came out in front of us.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there waiting again. And you hear it gobble again and like, no, I think you're right. And then the other person's like, no, I think it was me. I think you were right. It was behind. Like,
You can't win to lose.
right. Exactly. But yeah, less is more. I think there's this pressure when they go silent, you think like they just booked it. And sometimes they do. Sometimes they're just not interested. But I think if you're patient and just wait it out and wait and see, because look what happened with your bird from a couple of years ago, right? We had that tom drumming right outside, right behind the blind, couldn't get a shot. And eventually made its way away from us, and we couldn't get him to come back. And we were like super pumped.
Oh, it was
right. We kind of like, that was awesome. That was fun. That was,
it was like a solid hour.
It felt like
back
it.
And forth.
Yeah.
It was probably 10 minutes.
Yeah, but it felt like an hour for sure. And like, it sucks. It sucked that we didn't get it done, but it was really fun.
Let's switch seats.
And and we did. And then less than 2 minutes later, here comes another tom, opposite direction, making no sound whatsoever.
Quiet as can be.
Just came in and boom.
Wasn't even settled. No,
he was kind of
like we weren't. We
weren't settled, and that bird wasn't coming in strutting or anything.
No,
he was kind of booking it through, not booking it, but he was
on alert.
He was on a trot through the woods. Like he wasn't fanned out. He wasn't doing any of those things. But you could see he had a nice beard on him, and you just, while he was moving, like you didn't even wait for him to stop. Like,
I would have lost a shot in another 5 seconds. It was either then or not at all.
Like I barely got the camera on it.
Bring the gun in, swing around to the side window, and just get it out. And while I was doing that, that's when you were hitting the tacticam that I didn't even know what you were doing.
Yeah, that was on your gun, on your shotgun. I'm turning the
I get her out the side window, and he's there. I mean, just coming across.
Coming under that cedar tree there.
I'm pulling. Yeah, you weren't even ready for the shot.
Right.
I think you were a bit startled and didn't go 20.
No. No. It was awesome. But those are the kinds of things that can happen. Mike and I, many years ago, we had set up some decoys out in front of us, and I'm like literally setting a tripod up and getting cameras set up. My gun isn't loaded.
Right.
Nothing. Right. I'm like, I'm not expecting anything for a bit. And this was in the afternoon. It was like we got up there like midday or, around noon or whatever, and got set up for an afternoon hunt. And Mike's like, Tom coming. And I'm thinking it's a ways off, but the DSD decoy's out there, right? And I look and I'm like, it's not coming.
It's here.
It's there. It's circling. I'm like, my gun's not loaded. I'm like, I'm like, is yours? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, all right. I don't have the video camera going in that.
Right.
I pulled my phone and I just had to record it with my phone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, well, you could have a nice camera set up on a tripod and everything's great. You're going to get it all on camera. And then the guy that you're hunting with, after you shoot the tom, just drops 15 F-bombs in a row. And you're like, oh, can't ever use that footage anyhow. So,
yeah, that's never happened to us.
but that was my first taste of turkey hunt. I wasn't even hunting. I went
You were
up,
filming for me.
I just
yeah.
went up to film for you. We got some great B-roll. One of these days we might edit something and you'd be like, who are these two young guys? Because we don't look like that no more.
No.
But that was my first taste, and that just set me running. Like, I need to turkey hunt as much as possible because it's fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun. It's exciting. And then when you jelly their head and
Oh.
they're
Or stick an arrow right through them.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it is.
It's crazy.
Exhilarating.
It is. And how much one hunt can differ from the next.
Yes.
From where sometimes it feels too easy and other times it feels impossible.
I would say my first season, my very first year, got a beautiful tom. I mean, he was hefty. We took some nice pics. I'm sure you guys have seen them, but so how that one played out was that tom coming up the high line, right, and cresting that berm where the thick stuff was, and made a beeline right to our decoys. So you're thinking, all right, well, next year I'm obviously going to set up in the pines and we're going to, it's going to play out the same. And it almost did.
And to be clear, it wasn't just the pine. It wasn't just like open pines.
No,
we were up against the edge of pines and
the swamp, essentially.
right. Yeah. Against heavy brush,
Yeah.
Big buckthorn and that. Yeah.
And I don't know if you remember that second year, how they were making their way up the high line almost to a T, right?
Mm-hmm.
Almost about the same time of day. And, of course, right? Because you never see them in season. But no, some deer come out and they're
man.
they were cock blocking us. I mean, for no better, I don't have any, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, aunts and uncles and family and friends, my daughter. But that's essentially what it was, right? They put themselves between us and the birds, and we could not get those birds to come in anymore. They essentially chased them off.
Right.
So still had a successful
I can't
hunt.
tell you how many times that's happened. Where deer, I got a bird coming in or several times.
Right, like what Disney
And
movie
all of a
did
sudden-
they watch that they're like, well, I need to save these turkeys from
Right.
these bad
Yeah,
hunters.
it's like a Disney movie or
Right.
something. Some sort of
So
warped
annoying.
Disney movie. Oh wait, they're all warped, but then all of a sudden deer come strolling in,
Right.
like in between you and
This beautiful
I
tom.
mean, I can say it's happened to me no less than 8 times.
Yeah. But explain that, and like that wouldn't happen any other time.
Well, the turkeys don't do the same
No.
favor to the deer
No,
in the
turkey's
fall.
like, go F yourself. You're on your own.
exactly.
But the deer, for whatever reason, always seem to get in the way. And that plays a role, right? That's what changes things from time to time. No hunt is the same. You can't expect them. Do you remember a few years ago when we were just kind of stalking this tom? Went down the high line, and Mike was with us.
Yeah.
And we got this stupid little ground blind that we're trying to quick put up. It was basically just like a shield. And that tom, he knew it. And he was screwing with us because he would just show just enough. Like, this is how big I am. Yeah, I got a 14-inch beard. And good luck, because I'm never going to give you a shot. And you have that, and it still is exciting.
Yeah. What was it a couple years ago? You were supposed to come up that night. I started hunting right away Friday morning. And I don't know, 6:30 or whatever, as soon as right off the roost.
Yeah.
And that I had a tom come in right off the roost into my setup and smoked them. And then I actually had multiple cameras set up that morning. I got out there early and I had different angles. I should actually release that video here one of these days. I was actually just going through that. In fact, the one camera, I finally pulled the SD card out of that camera to actually see just a few weeks ago, and I popped it in the laptop, and I'm like, oh, man, yeah, that did get all that. So I got the other angle, too.
Keep in
And
mind, I haven't
room.
even seen this, but
Right. Well, I'm sitting there texting you, like, when you're on your way to work Friday morning, you're going to come up that night and film for me the rest of the weekend. And I was done in the first 15 minutes.
got her done. Nice.
And that they just came right off the roost and that. And then several more toms come off and come up the ridge line as well, and they're all jumping on top of my bird.
Double down.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. We easily could have doubled up, but yeah, it's just. And then there's other years where you just sit there and battle and battle and battle, and you get close, or they hang up, or your setup is just wrong, or you make a little wrong move.
7 years ago.
And they just seem like they're the smartest bird in the world. And then the next year, they're like, this is just the dumbest bird in the world.
7 years ago, you, Mike, and myself, which I give you a lot of credit for because you didn't do it. Me and Mike made the decision, we're not leaving this freaking blind. We're going to get our damn toms. And this guy, he's like, I already know how this is going to play. I'm leaving. I'm gonna go back to the cabin. I'll bring you back some lunch, whatever. And because you were like, it's not happening today. Like, and I think Mike had a chance at a Jake.
Yeah,
and he was like really pondering it because that was about the only thing that we had seen.
Yeah,
yeah, that
I'm
was
like, yeah, we could use a Jake fan.
But when we got back to the cabin or the bunkhouse, whatever you want to call it, I think we pretty much, me and Mike both went to bed because it was like 13 hours straight of hunting in a cramped blind.
Yeah,
And not seeing a damn thing other than
and
that one stupid
that's why I
Jake.
don't relegate myself to just being in a blind anymore. Like it's just it has its purpose to an extent.
It was rainy that
but-
day, so even like
Yeah,
getting out
Right,
there
yeah, in
and
the rain,
sucking,
yeah.
it was like, do I want to get all soaked and not see anything, or do I want to stay dry?
so I like Mike. Last year we got Mike's bird
Yeah,
in that, just getting on the ground and getting up against a tree.
right.
What you got, Luke?
We got a good story from Bob Zarda. He was turkey hunting, and a doe came up to him, sniffed his foot, and while he was turkey, and they both jumped.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, yeah, those kinds of things happen during turkey season. Like for whatever reason, the deer are just like not on edge at all. Like,
Right. I don't know how they know,
right.
but they know.
Yeah. I mean, you have a blind set up somewhere, they'll just come like within 15 yards and they're just kind of looking, browsing, whatever, just completely chill.
Which, like, I mean, when we deer hunt, we don't use the blind hardly ever. I mean, unless the weather is super terrible, we think about putting it up. But do you ever, like, in that moment, you still kind of have to play it cool, right? Because it's private property.
Right. You're still,
You don't want to just, like, blow these deer off. And
right.
never,
You're not trying to
Never
completely
do it.
freak them out.
right,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just an added
And they
layer
usually just kind of meander off anyways.
and block you from getting your tongue.
But yeah, right. One of the things I wanted to bring up here is, and you're seeing this a lot in the news and social media is the ticks.
Mm-hmm.
Luke, you with me here? So the ticks, there's been, and no pun intended, or not even a pun, but there's been an uptick in ticks.
I think that's a pun.
Is it?
I think it's a pun. There's an uptick in ticks.
I think it's just alliteration. He's not using the word tick as in tick. He's using the tick as in tick.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna get on the talk,
It's a homonym.
a hominin. What did you go to college for? No.
Journalism.
And here you are.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Words.
Homonym. I haven't heard that word since high school. Anyhow, uptick in ticks. No, I agree. And it's a serious life-changing issue.
Yeah, it is for sure. I was shed hunting. Mike and I were shed hunting a month ago, and I already had ticks on me.
A month ago.
Yeah. So in March,
Holy cow.
like a number of them. I took a break. Mike was moving a camera somewhere, and I'm sitting there on a fallen down, sitting on a fallen down tree.
Yeah.
I looked down. I had like 3 on my boot, and one literally on the shed antler that I set down on the ground. That it was
So it's
crawling
almost
in the
like
shell.
you were on a nest.
I don't know. It's crazy the amount of ticks that are out. And so when we talk about like ticks, Lyme's disease is no joke.
No.
I mean, we know a
my
number of
coworker
people.
has it.
There's a number of people that suffer from it, and it's extremely debilitating, especially if it goes untreated. And it's amazing. So we were just last weekend, we were together with some other friends of ours, and we were talking, right? Mm-hmm. Talking about this, how the ticks, right? And we get a message Sarah and I got a message from one of our friends that were there that night. I'm just not going to name names or whatever.
Right.
And their daughter had a tick embedded in her head who hadn't even been outside.
Right.
For like a week because she'd been doing a play in that. And she had a tick embedded in her head.
Where on earth did it even
I mean,
come
they have
from?
dogs and they have a small city yard.
But it's a small city yard.
Right. Fenced in that. Right. I mean, not that the fences keep the ticks out. But you know what I mean?
It keeps
these dogs
vermin
aren't
out that
like
can also bring ticks, right? And to that point, the dogs aren't chasing off into
Right.
the woods and bringing God knows what.
right.
back
It's
into
just
the
a small
house.
city yard. That's what I mean, is that the dogs aren't
Right.
wandering all over the place. Because I assume that's, maybe the tick didn't end bad because one of the dogs is a golden retriever. So that's going to take a little bit for a tick to get through that long fur. So it could have just been on and then came in the house or whatever. But even still, that's ridiculous.
Here's the thing. So
Growing up, did you ever remember getting a tick living in the city?
no, it was always when we were up north,
Right.
on our land. But here's the other thing. You didn't think anything of it, right? Because maybe
No.
all summer you might get 2 ticks,
Right.
if that,
Oh, I feel like we would get 2 ticks a day, but they were always what we called wood
wood
ticks,
ticks.
which is a dog tick,
So here's the
technically
thing,
a dog tick.
right? You're kind of making my point. The point is, when you were a kid, you didn't worry about this shit.
Our parents didn't care about
They didn't
this stuff
worry
in the
about
80s,
this stuff either.
70s and 80s.
A lot of it wasn't out there in terms of
Lyme's disease. I remember in the 90s. Lyme's
becoming
disease.
a little bit
like,
more in the
like
forefront.
about the deer tick. So what do you have posted there? I can't see. Which one is
These
that?
are the dog ticks that you guys were.
Yeah, so
The larva, the nymph, the AM, and the AF.
often referred to as a wood tick. And that, if you've been here in the upper Midwest, nobody ever called them dog ticks. Those were called wood ticks.
Wood tick. Every day.
But I guess the technical term is not scientific. There's a scientific name for him, but we won't try to pronounce that.
Ticibus entomidus.
I don't believe that is the scientific classification of said bug, but
But
He's looking
then all of a sudden, yeah, I remember like in the 90s, you started hearing about like deer ticks.
right.
Luke, can you pull up the deer tick there?
Smaller.
Exodita.
That's what the scientific name for a dog tick is?
Yeah, if it's a soft one, it's Argosidae.
Not so easy for you to say.
Or
No, I'm a little rusty on my Latin.
Words are hard.
I don't even know what I got Latin.
Yeah. All right, pull up the black-legged tick, the deer tick, please.
There we go.
So the black-legged tick, which is
Commonly referred to.
the deer tick, right? Is what carries the
You
line.
got the Latin thing right on the screen.
Yeah, what does that say?
Oxidus pacificus.
Pachyosaurus?
No, that's a
Jurassic Park?
Brontosaurus?
Rex?
Why would it have that name? It has a short neck.
Why do scientific names for anything have to be so
Stupid?
Latin
I'm
weird?
sorry. That was
because the genus is from that language. That's why it's all in Latin.
Yeah. Well, that's good for them.
What's that?
The genus,
The geniuses?
genus,
Genus.
like how we're all identified.
Yeah, see, and this is why I got on that whole school rant earlier. It's stupid. Who needs school?
And it's a oh.
I hate it here.
And then you have the Lone Star tick. Can you pull up that one too?
And poor Steve-O got bit by one on February 16th, and he's already suffering from Lyme, so they gave him antibiotics, but he's pretty good right now.
February. That's crazy.
Really? I thought
And I have no reason not to believe him.
yeah, no.
But it just goes to show.
Yeah, Lone Star, please.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's the Lone Star tick, which
Elbow Mama Americanum, so you know where that one's from.
yep. So the Lone Star tick is actually here in portions of the upper Midwest, especially like the southern parts of Wisconsin as well.
Right.
Now, the Lone Star tick is what carries alpha gall, or where you can get alpha gall from, which is the where you become allergic to red meat.
Oh, shit. I thought that was the Italian dessert with the ice cream and the espresso. Oh, that's affogato.
Yeah,
Never mind.
but close. Really, really close. And alpha gall, like I said, that creates like a histamine in your body
To
through red meat.
shoot me now.
So beef or venison,
I'm telling you right now, as my POA, as power of attorney,
if you're listening.
yeah,
Is that me?
I don't know who it is. Nobody cares what happens to me. But I'm saying if I get that, I want you to just give me a sympathetic round to the back of the head. I don't want to be around here if I can't have red meat. And I think that's fair. Luke, could you go without red meat?
No, yeah, you can have mice and men meat. That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Just real quick. Scott,
Yeah.
can you go without red meat?
No.
No. That's against everything that I know. All my favorite cuts are red meat.
You can also get ehrlichiosis. Ehrlichiosis is another thing you can get from the Lone Star.
What the heck is that? What does that do?
So that is a serious tick-borne bacterial disease transmitted primarily by Lone Star ticks, causing fever, headaches, chills, and muscle aches. It's also treated with doxycycline, much like Lyme disease is.
Which I can't take doxycycline.
Why not?
I'm allergic.
You're allergic to doxycycline?
They found that out in the ICU when I was there.
Seriously?
Yeah.
When you had sepsis?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
It was real bad.
That's not good.
I know it's not good.
Because doxycycline is the boss.
Right.
That's the boss antibiotic, man. That's king shit ass of the no wiping tribe.
I'm pretty much allergic to a lot of antibiotics.
I am with penicillin.
Penicillin,
And some of the cillins.
amoxicillin, doxycycline. If
Erythromycin.
if it's a illin, if illin is in there,
You be illin.
yeah, but not in a good way.
Right. If it's got an illin, you be illin.
I'd be illin.
But if untreated, it can lead to severe life-threatening complications like respiratory failure or organ failure and bleeding disorders.
Alrighty.
So, like, ticks are bad. I mean, it's a parasite,
Yeah.
you know.
Great.
So when we talk about Lyme's disease, right? So the female tick contributes more towards Lyme's disease transmission than the male does because they are the bigger bloodsuckers than the males are.
So, those were your words, not mine.
The female tick. Tick.
And I'm the one that's
Tock. Tick tock. Luke, did you I thought I saw you at something. No.
I mean, Mike Mason is freaking out that he's covered in ticks right now, but that's about it.
What? Mike.
It's just it's one of those things you really have to be conscious of.
Yeah.
I think there's so many people that are suffering from debilitating Lyme's disease. Now a deer tick bite does not necessarily translate to Lyme's disease. A Lone Star tick bite does not necessarily translate to alpha gall or this other thing that it's really hard to pronounce.
Yeah, with the isms.
Yeah.
But
Early detection is key,
right.
as they say.
And we talk about this because I think,
This is the time of year.
well, for sure.
Turkey hunting, you're sitting on the ground,
Yeah,
leaf cover.
exactly. Nests,
Right.
they're real. They're a thing, and it can be devastating. So I think a lot of times our generation, and certainly elder generations, there was always kind of a, it's just a tick.
Laissez-faire.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's very good. So
Also Latin.
is that a homonym? Homonym?
Not at all. No.
right.
No.
Well, nope, because nobody knows what that is. Like, that's not even a word, and you're just using it to describe stuff. Well, I'm a journalist. Dumb. I'm kidding, Luke. I think you're wonderful. But I think that there has been a long-standing misunderstanding of ticks and also not so tuned into the severity of what they can bring.
Right.
Right. So this is all about, just discussing it. And then, of course, making you aware, if you haven't already figured it out by now in 2026, that ticks are serious and that you should take preventative measures from encountering any of this.
Yeah,
right?
and that's and that doesn't mean staying out of the
No,
outdoors.
God, no.
It's like using things like permethrin. In fact, today I hung all my clothes for this season out on the line and sprayed them all down. Let them dry outside. Some people say, I'd rather take my chances with Lyme disease than that cancer causing stuff. And I get that. I get that too. These are pretty
absolutely.
harsh chemicals and probably not good for you either.
And that same person
But-
probably said, I would take my chances while they took a sip from their Diet Coke.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I
The world
understand.
is full of dangerous and potentially awful things, but I don't know. Like I said, I've seen enough with people who are suffering, lifelong suffering with Lyme disease. Now, here's things to keep in mind if you do get bit by a tick. Mm-hmm. First off, try to identify what kind of tick it is, and regardless, remove it the proper way.
Right.
And that's pulling straight out. No twisting. No.
You twist, you're breaking that head.
Yeah, you're
right
gonna pop
off,
that
and
off,
it's in.
and sometimes that happens though. Still, no matter even if you try it, if it's really embedded, it's not the end of the world though either. You have to keep an eye on it. You have to treat it with antiseptic and antibacterial soaps and stuff, and then keep an eye on it. And quite honestly, maybe contact your healthcare provider,
Right.
your primary care physician, and that let them know. And they're going to tell you to kind of keep on it. Keep an eye on it if you're getting a rash, if you're getting a ring. Now, if you get a ring, that doesn't necessarily also mean that you have Lyme disease. You know, everybody talks about the bullseye, the ring.
Right.
I've had plenty of tick bites where I've gotten the ring. Mm-hmm. I don't have Lyme disease.
Yeah.
I don't have alpha gall. I don't have any of those things. I did carry in, you have to forgive me, I don't remember what, Rocky Mountain fever. I got from a tick. I believe that's what it's called, Rocky Mountain fever.
Is that a
Anybody?
Hamonym? Whatever that.
No, it's a song.
Oh, Rocky Mountain Fever. Is that how it goes?
I got something from a tick in that, and I end up getting that cleared out of my.
Rocky Mountain spotted fever
Yeah, that might be it.
is a tick-borne disease caused by Rickettsia rickettsiana, transmitted by American dog, Rocky Mountain wood, and brown dog ticks.
Yeah, yeah. So I had that.
Now he's just showing off, folks.
Right. His Google skills are top notch. But yeah, I was able to get that cleared out of my system. But yeah, take precautions out there because like the number of ticks is, and let's talk about the reasons why ticks are what they are right now. So by and far, if you were to do a Google search right now on the Google, why are ticks so bad right now? By and far, you're going to find mild winters, global warming. You know, those are the kinds of things you're going to see.
Right.
But our good friend Bill Gates, and this is where we get demonetized.
It was Rex Rod's no affiliation with Bill Gates or Microsoft.
Thank you, sir.
Or the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They've been pushing this Lyme disease vaccination.
Right. Why would they want to do that?
Right. Why there's been discussion amongst some of the elites about how we need to get the American public, the world, to stop eating so many cows, bovine, right? Alpha gall. What does that cause?
Right.
An allergic reaction
To red meat.
to red meat, right? I'm not saying that's man-made by any means. Don't get this twisted, folks. Here, like, and if you want to tune out on the conspiracy theory stuff here, I don't blame you,
I suggest you tune in.
but you probably should stick around. But when you think about it, there's been this push from people like the Gates and others in that circle that we need to. There's too many cows. There's too many people are eating too much meat. We have to find a way to get people to stop eating so much meat. And it's not a PETA thing. You know what I mean? It's not
Right.
it's not a save the animals type thing,
Right.
or factory farming or anything like that. It's we can't sustain as a population, right? So what better way to control
Curb that.
population or control the amount of red meat that's being consumed in this world, but by more ticks and more of them carrying alpha gal. These same ticks have been around forever. So let's go back. Did anybody have alpha gal in the 80s?
Right.
And if they did, maybe they did.
Maybe they did.
Maybe it was
Maybe all
it was
five of them.
Maybe it was
had it.
undiagnosed,
Sure.
but now we know what it is, right?
Right.
So
How do you weaponize it?
exactly, weaponizing it is exactly the right term. How can it be utilized to control?
And I know, oh, folks.
And again,
I know
same
a
thing
lot.
goes with
I
Lyme
know,
disease.
I know a lot of you right now are maybe
Rolling your
wrinkling
eyes.
your nose, rolling your eyes, just kind of confused as to where this is all going.
Why are these two dumbasses talking about this?
I think the question you should be asking yourself is, why are these two dumbasses telling you about this?
Right. Why are we telling you?
Right.
Why haven't you not heard about
Why
this?
have you not heard about this already? What is?
And if you have, why aren't you thinking about it more?
all of that, all of that.
I mean,
And if you guys ever want to dive down that rabbit hole, and
you
you
and I
know
are going to
me,
be starting a separate
yeah,
podcast.
well, we just might, because you talk about passion project. That it's something I'm very passionate about.
Yeah. This is
Just creating the divide, but well,
not creating the divide, bringing the divide together because of the wedge that's been created by the powers that be.
right. No, that's not what we would do. We would
Oh, yeah.
drive the wedge further.
Yeah.
We want to try to, close that gap of knowledge, right? To better educate yourself, to better protect yourself. Mm-hmm. There's so many
Better
things.
educate yourself.
Gosh, folks, I tell you when I oh man, we're in it now.
We're a little
years
bit
ago.
of bourbon into it now.
I was very much someone that considered themselves a patriot, right? Patriot. I would do anything for this country and bleed red, white, and blue, and
And I still would for this country,
for the country.
for the principles, for
I was
for
doing
the,
it for all the wrong reasons, though.
for
right.
allegiance to
To a
a
government,
to a government that gives
zero
F's.
about us.
I was supposed to say us. We were really close.
And folks, it doesn't just stop with ticks. It doesn't.
No, I mean, I think we're really getting off base here, but I think it's okay at the
We're
same
probably
time.
in dangerous waters. I don't know what's going to
Well,
happen.
we're not big enough for YouTube
Fair.
for the
You know what?
YouTubes
Yeah.
to give an F about us.
No one's going to care.
And at the end of the day, if they shut us down, we'll just start another one
Exactly.
and another one and, another,
another
one.
one.
Won't stop us. But no, seriously, like I think there's something to be said about the number of ticks. Everybody was like, well, it's easy. And a Google AI search will tell you it's global warming, it's mild winters, and all those things. There's things that can be true at the same time, right? Two things can be true at the same time. I think some of those things are contributing, but here I'm going to go out on a ledge here. Like I've read and watched and listened to a lot of different things without citing sources, and here comes the disinformation portion of the show about how there's people finding boxes on their properties that have no business being out there. Like ticks are being released. Private land, public land. Like there is an uptick in ticks. It's a reach. Homonym. It might be a reach or whatever, but there are so many different things, and I would love to cite some of these sources.
So here's the thing, though.
He's got cherries with
I'm
us in
just
the
going to
room.
hold this.
Okay.
I'm going to hold it because it's about to fall off.
Is it? Oh,
It fell off. And if anybody wants to sponsor us with some better equipment, we're open to offers. Here's the thing. It doesn't stop there. And anybody that thinks that what we're even talking about right now is complete and utter poppycock, I challenge you to explain why. Why do you think that the billionaires want to help us?
Right.
They don't.
Right.
They don't. We interfere with their plans all the way around. We're going to make this work. So
Just use it as a big microphone stand. Yeah, well,
You look like Freddie
you go.
Mercury
There
right
you
now,
go.
Drew.
yeah, Freddie Mercury.
That's what you look like.
Yeah.
There you go. You got that part off. That
If you know, you know.
Everything's good.
the amount of distrust there is from the public. I wanted to say the American public, but I think the public in general, like throughout the world. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that are blind to a lot of things, but eyes are opening to the fact that I have to
believe we're
chuckle.
going down this
Right, I
road
have to
right
chuckle because we could talk about this for days. This is something that I think we both are very passionate about. But eyes are opening, and we are questioning everything, which I think is a really good thing. And stop your allegiance to a certain party or to a certain philosophy. Be more open-minded, because the truth is that the powers that be don't really care about us.
Either side
And that
of the aisle.
we're all right. We're all pawns. We're all pawns. We're just the working ants. We're the worker ants,
Right.
and that's all we will ever be.
So
And we're given just enough, to generally keep us satisfied. But as we evolve as these worker ants, some of us are evolving quicker than others, and we are opening our eyes and realizing that everything is bullshit. The whole thing is bullshit.
Here's the thing. That's not crazy, because it is bullshit. If you think that it isn't, take a bill. Take something that you were passionate about, something that you wanted to happen, and actually read the bill. And read all of the bullshit that got lumped into this one
that
topic.
all gets
that has nothing
convoluted. Everything becomes
Nothing to do.
convoluted and
with voter ID fraud, or it doesn't have anything to do with this, or it doesn't have anything to do with that.
And then when something doesn't pass, then people are losing their mind. Well, why would they not pass? Well, because you didn't know about all the other things that were lumped into that. And the same thing goes like with public hunting land and
100%.
and so many
That
other
affects us
things that
too.
affects the outdoors folks
Right.
as ourselves, right?
Yes.
Like, well, I don't understand why this didn't pass, or why did they do this, or why did this pass? Well, you have to look at all the things that are lumped in to that bill or this legislation, whatever it is that's being promoted or passed or
Lobbied.
Exactly.
Always outdoors.
Oh, you're not shutting us down.
He's trying. But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Yeah, I think we'll save the rest for the other podcast that we're
With your host, Sarah Biskobing.
Oh no, she'd be right here in front and center for sure.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I guess back to the ticks though. Guys, take your precautions. Be aware. Don't take it lightly. Like, they are out of control this year. But with that
For
said,
whatever
though,
reason you believe.
yeah, for whatever reason you believe, and Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Please enter a disclaimer there.
We love Microsoft here at Moving Us Facts and Rounds.
Yeah, we don't endorse them or or whatever you said.
Yeah.
But anyways, I think this is a good time to wrap up. We got
my mic broke.
Yeah, and you're just holding it up there, but you're doing a good job with it.
Yeah, Radio Gaga over there.
But we got to get out turkey hunting tomorrow. So
That's right.
Steve-O says, great show with the tinfoil hats. Laugh face.
yeah, I mean, stick with us, guys, for upcoming shows. I mean, maybe tinfoil hats becomes the norm, and I'm okay with that too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we are the slanted half-ass show here, so
Question everything.
absolutely, yeah. Don't take anything at face value, for sure. So. All right, guys, we'll be back next week with a in-studio guest. So hope to see you guys all back for that episode.
God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Right.
Which it is. It's rising quickly, folks.
It is. And we got a lot more on the way. So, all right, guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Midwest Racks and Rods Outdoors. Until next time, always outdoors.